Welcome to Future Champs. The tournament continues to integrate top clubs and academies to football. We are ever excited about the talent cultivated. Today we kick things off with the Schools Cup. Held at the Vaal University of Technology, the Gauteng Schools Cup continued its trend of being exciting and competitive. Participating teams came in droves, ready to play like champs and showcase their disky skills, with one goal in mind: winning.
This year again, we made sure that we add a couple of things as we normally do. The schools that were here, it was top 16 schools from Gauteng. They came from all the 15 districts within Gauteng. We made sure again, as together with our partners, that we have a system of selecting the top 16 schools. We took the teams that were coming out of the Winter Games, and as you saw over the 2 days, we've had such great football. We've had boys that were playing to make sure that they go on to the next phase, which is the Gauteng Cup.
These are the grounds where young talent gets exposed to football on a bigger scale, and they get to test their own fitness and performance levels against other teams. One of the academies that showed resilience and was most promising was the School of Excellence.
Firstly, ukuthi sibancane and coach us encourage ukuthi we must have self-belief in ourselves and the style of play we actually have. So it kept us going, ukuthi sibe self-belief anathi, and then when we played very good.
Congratulations to School of Excellence. They are the champions of the Schools Cup, Future Champions Schools Cup. They have made us proud. I think the standard of football has grown. We are confident that we will have some participation of the schools team in that international. I'm crossing my fingers with everything that I have, because as I say, the standard of football has grown. They are an academy, so they live football. So we have no reason to think that they won't make it into the next level.
After a long battle throughout the day, the Schools Cup went to the School of Excellence. They couldn't contain their happiness as they raised the trophy. Congratulations to the School of Excellence for making everyone proud. This was a well-deserved victory. Reiger Park was the chosen venue for the Gauteng Cup, which saw teams like Sundowns, Orlando Pirates, Kaizer Chiefs and Bidvest Wits play against each other to claim this renowned title.
We're here today at the Schools Cup. That's 16 schools that have been nominated for this event. And from this event, the top 4 will go through to the Gauteng Cup. The Gauteng Cup is where these 4 successful teams from today, will be joined by the PSL clubs, by SAFA regional teams, and that will format the Gauteng Cup. Top 4 teams from that will go into the International Cup at the end of the month, and there they will meet opposition from Europe, from Asia, from the rest of Africa, to see what progress the local boys can justify and demonstrate against some of the best teams in the world at their age group.
In the final round, Bidvest Wits battled it out against the Brazilians, and the winner was Bidvest Wits. What a way to end a challenging day.
Well, what they're seeing is, I hope, development in the actual calibre of football. I've been watching games here today, and for school teams I think it's very good. I've also been watching our skills contest, and it was fantastic to see whole teams of girls actually playing and taking part in the skills contest. Because if you remember, our first ever winner was Rufilwe Jane, and she went on to Bafana, to 2 Olympics, and has really justified being a leading person in South African women's football. And also at the Gauteng Cup we are introducing a ladies competition for the first time. Last year we did what were exhibition games, This time we have a real competition. So again, that's a step forward for the women's game.
Congratulations to Bidvest Vets for beating the odds and winning. It's indeed lovely to witness just how dedicated this team is and how they master teamwork and spirit. Whether it's off-season or in season, the Future Champs tournament takes preparations from players and coaches very seriously. While internal team strategies and fitness routines are important, it's also vital for teams to compare with other coaches in a platform where there's no winner in the end. The coaching clinic exists for this very reason.
Coaching clinics, I think, is one of the most important things in building societies, building communities, because you need to have people going out there, collecting the skills and bring it back to the people that cannot reach it.
Mina ngibuya eThembisa. Kahle ngine team, ngiya coach. And then coming here I learn a lot because it's not my first year. I always come here every year because I learn different things.
We've got about 24, 25 coaches that have come with us this week. Virtually every one of them has got some sort of license, of a D license, right through to B licenses, so they're all reasonably well qualified. And so what we're trying to do with them is to give them an insight into football at a higher level, if you like. They'll be doing some fairly straightforward, simple stuff, and then we're trying to work up with them to do lots of things at 8 versus 8 and so on and so forth.
I've already obtained my SAFA KFB license. Then I'm just here to refresh, just to go back to the basic of football where you just learn how to train the youngster rather than maybe focusing more on training the elder players, which is sometimes it takes you a little bit back in terms of football understanding.
Today we were doing defending. It was 1 versus 1, 2 versus 2, 1 versus 2 and 4v4. So it's a very good thing to learn about the defense because most of our teams, they just focus and concentrate on scoring the goals, attacking.
It was trying to get them to understand when the ball's in the opposition players, how they can approach that ball to try and win it back, that they have to approach it as a group and they have to approach it as a team.
The focus today was more on teamwork, point number 1, communication, and from there we had a lot of education around formation, how to work with 1v1, 2v2, 4v4, and how to build a team forward, how to get from attack and back to defense again.
We've just had a conversation there. I've asked them about when they're coaching their teams, how much do they put into coaching defending? Is it a lot or is it a little? And to be fair, most of them have been very honest and said, no, we don't do an awful lot.
So with me, I do like defending because I know when I'm good at the back, then it's easy for me to score and I won't concede the goals very easily.
It was an activity-full day, fit for a coaching clinic of this magnitude. The tasks weren't easy at all, but they were sure worth it.
We're going to select one game to watch, and that's going to be a player assessment. So each player will be given a player to watch. They're also again given a very detailed little booklet, which will then they can look at, and then they've got some guidelines as to what they're looking for in that player. So they're going to look at the player, make an assessment of them in terms of when they're in possession, the players, or out of possession. So it's quite detailed and something that they wouldn't do. They're all coaches, so they have a responsibility to assess players, and hopefully this will at least give them some ideas as to how they should go about that.
The spectators were very much glued to what was going on, so we wanted to find out what their observations were.
Ngisesoweto ku-tournament Future Champions ngizobukela abafana up and coming talent, and so far engibonile kuyangichaza ngihlaba umqhele.
Engimotivate mina kakhulu njengomdlali osafisa ukuphumelela njengabo abasebesezingeni lokuphumelela bebancane futhi nginami bona.
It is a motivation ngoba nami bengafisa ukuthi nami ngigcinile khona ngizoqhubeka nami ngiye phambili ngiphumelele nami ebholeni.
This coaching clinic is very good because it's a 5-day course that you get. Especially it's for free, point number 1. You're getting it for free due to our economic state. It's helping us a lot. And also the sponsors that's on board. We just want to say thank you to all the sponsors, you know, especially the Super Sport, Future Champs, La Liga, Johannesburg, you know, there's so many to mention. We just want to say thank you very much for bringing the tournament to Soweto. And that is very close to us, reachable, you know, and just a very big thanks to them.
They do help us a lot. With me, they do help me. So I'm telling you, if every coach around here can come and do their clinics with the Future Champs, their football will be much better.
Well, that clearly means another coaching clinic was done and dusted, and those who were part of it were sad to see how fast time had gone. On that note, let's go for a quick break. But don't touch that dial. We have more after this. Welcome back. You're still watching Future Champs. Let's keep this ball rolling with the fun that the teams had at the Drum Cafe. Known as an authority on traditional African music, group drumming and interactive team building, the Drum Cafe was the perfect place to get the players all hyped up and relaxed at the same time.
Tonight we were having a bit of a session in the Drum Cafe and I really enjoyed it. It was really fun and it was great to get together with other players of other teams in the tournament.
The experience of South Africa is amazing. We came here with the airplane. It was a 10-hour flight, and yeah, it was just amazing. The weather is very nice, and in Holland it's not that warm. And yeah, today we played a match first, and we won 2-0. And in the evening we had an experience with the drums. It was really amazing.
Clearly, the mood at the Drum Cafe was contagious. I mean, why else would the coaches from visiting teams be dancing?
It looks like they were enjoying because they were really in happy voices and they were dancing here in the front and it was very fun for everyone.
It wasn't my first time playing drums, but then I really enjoyed playing drums with other teams.
It was my first time, but I had much fun with other teams. It was very exciting.
I think they are embracing our culture because they are enjoying their South African dances.
In Ghana, we do the same thing, but I'm not someone who dance or so. When I came here, I experienced it. I also do what they are doing.
I really enjoyed the session. It was really fun, and yeah, the unity in this was very great. Getting to vibe with these people, even if they have different languages and everything, it was just massive. It was great.
If you thought the drumming was the only lit performance of the day, then you obviously hadn't seen the dancers. Yep, they were perfectly in sync with the music, proving that their hips don't lie.
I'm looking forward to the week, and I feel like it's going to be a good week ahead. And we just need to keep working hard on and off the field. And yeah, the teams are looking very good, and it's going to be a great tournament.
The greatest thing about Mzansi is that we have rhythm. At least visiting teams got to see why our local football players dance the way they do on the field. Hopefully, they don't steal too many of our local moves. While the teams from the tournament are in competition, the Future Champs umbrella is one big team. And to nurture that, players and coaches enjoyed a tour to Lion Park and Lesedi Cultural Village. It was clear from the onset that the trip was set to be a blast.
It is quite a great day. First of all, we went to the Lion Park, which is a really great experience because it really forced us to bond, you know, all the different cultures, you know, bonding together. And after that, we saw a great kind of performance, which really gave a clash of cultures, you see. So I think I really enjoyed it.
Today it was a great day because we went to see lions in the zoo, and it was fantastic because it is the first time that I have had this experience, and but I haven't got the opportunity to touch them.
Ngicabanga ukuthi bazo-enjoya cause azikho ema-country wabo lezi zinto lezi. Mhlampe it's the first time beyibona la, so ngiyathemba ukuthi bazo-enjoy.
Bekukhona ukuthuka lokho but not kakhulu. Ya kodwa bekukhona ukuthuka lokho kancane. Nawa amajita bethukile kodwa not kangako kancane. Sihambe kahle sibe right nje. Ngoba khona esikufundile khona okuningi kade basichazela ngezinto ezenzakala khona ukuthi kuyenzakalani basebenza kanjani.
Yeah, we saw little lions and this was really great for us because in Holland we have no lions, so it's really special for us. And the world lions and the cheetahs, etc. This really great to see. I think it's a great chance for us to see it because we will maybe never come back here.
We went to the lion park and we saw a lot of animals that we don't have in Belgium. Unfortunately it's raining, but it doesn't matter because we're enjoying it to the fullest, and it's just great to see other things than we have in Belgium.
Lion Park bekumnandi kakhulu ngoba ngibona izinto izilwane engakazi ngizibone before, and then benga expect ukuthi zinkulu kangaka ngendlela because kwi-TV sizibone ngathi zincane mara live bezisikhulu ngendlela esimangalisa.
The tour provided much needed rest and enjoyment for all the players, especially because the atmosphere in competitions can be a little intense at times. They got to know each other better and got to experience the rich culture that the country has to offer.
Cultural dance yona ngiyayazi, but ibimnandi siyibonile sonke ngoba bebeyenza izinto ezihlukile like for amaZulu, for amaSuthu, izinto ezihlukene, Tswana, izinto ezihlukile. Basibonisile ukuthi bayenza kanjani amaZulu if bayenza izinto zabo, amaTswana if bayenza izinto zabo, amaZulu ibe right, it's enjoying.
Oh no, the dance, it is entertaining, really entertaining. I personally didn't know or never heard of that dance before, or the culture around it, but I mean, it's really interesting. And so, they really did a good job to integrate the other teams from other countries with us as well.
I think like we have to rest because we can't play the whole week. So I think kumele sireste ngoba manje if sidlala whole week amanye ama-players start to cramp agcine ngingasaqhubekanga ne-tournament.
All the organizers are great because it's my first time playing Future Champs, so it was a great experience. I enjoyed this whole Future Champs experience.
And that was it for the tour. To say that everyone enjoyed it is an understatement. We now turn our eyes to the Future Champs tournament, which kicked off on a high note. Here are the highlights.
And we are ready for kickoff. Muraki Lukopa says we have liftoff, gents. It's the Zambians are wearing white, attacking from right to left. Our Pirates are wearing the traditional black, the touch of white. In fact, there's Kagiso Sitodi. Outside of the foot pass to find Panda. Panda gives it to Zulu. They give it back to Panda, and they finish it off with a 1-2 here, with a 1-2 there.
Ndlovu. Vete. So be Ndlovu again. Has Smith, then Smith this time makes no mistake. Highlands Park wrapped the game. The two sides to come out of the tunnel and get this all-important match. One into the area. Sibanyoni was there. Now, they're failing to clear their lines effectively. They've given it to Karim. Mes. Yusufov now for the Russian team. And Predeus charging through. It's Predeus one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Human coming back to collect. Human gets past Morganov. Human takes aim and Sivagnoni scrambles it home, bundles it over the line. It's not the prettiest goal you'll ever see, but it counts.
We're speaking of Sibanyoni being quiet.
So they will throw as many bodies forward as they can manage without leaving themselves too open at the back. They go short. They put it in low. Jonas with the intervention. And then hauled down by Leo Miyambo. Looking to be the hero up against Ruslan Litvinov. This to tie the game up and send it to a penalty shootout. And Litvinov! Storm Jonas, who hails from Glen Vista in Johannesburg South, who made his first start today in this fourth playoff, coming in for the suspended Kabelo Mkhize. This is his big moment. And he does not disappoint.
Future Champs was launched and Wits claimed third place after winning penalty.
On the whole, the week's been great, honestly. It was a great experience. In the beginning, we were a bit shaky, but as soon as the games went by, second half, we started building up and playing our football as a unit, you know what I mean? Yeah, so by the end of the week, we were playing our football, making the fans happy and everything, and we were just unlucky, you know what I mean? So we should have been in the final, I believe so, playing the best football we can, but we got unlucky in the end.
Now, these two teams, as I mentioned, Wald. Welcome to the future. Kickoff early on, Kevin Lamons in. Kevin Lamons with an early chance. What a start that would have been to the final. Winning it straight from the kickoff. Oh, blocked there, Charles de Catalara, chips it on his left foot, hits the crossbar. The keeper was beaten, he had given up already.
That is the quality of the young man. He combines the hard work, closing down the defenders, and then the silky awareness. Just to see that the goalkeeper's off his line, and a nice dink, just unfortunate, a little bit too much power in it. Just a vision from the young man.
Oh, how stylish was that? There is the Wolf, bang, it's 3. That's that sugar, that sugar ding ding. It tastes so sweet, and that's called victory. That's where Club Brugge are heading. Off the board, ball makes it to goalkeeper Salvatore Chiola. Now it's Brandt, Benjamin Brandt fighting with Bok.
Striker just failed to get his body in between, and another opportunity. The substitute could have had his second goal after coming on from the bench.
Oh, is the fourth coming? It's Gabby Lamons. Gabby Lamons puts it on the plate. That's the cherry on top. That's all she wrote. Thank you for coming.
Great work by the winger there.
Will be rewarded well. And that is that. From 11th position to first. What a jump. What a difference the year has made for Club Brugge. They came back stronger. They came back smarter. And they boxed clever.
Club Brugge's 4-0 victory meant that they claimed the tournament's title and were extremely proud.
Yeah, we started the game not so good. First ball opportunity for the opponent. But we tried to put pressure on Club Brugge, but it didn't work out. So then we got 1-0 behind. Then the 2-0, yeah, was a mistake from the keeper, but yeah, it can happen. And yeah, second half we tried to put more pressure and tried to create more chances, but yeah, this we played more offensive. So the defense was a little bit less players, so they could counter us.
The game was very nice, and we are now champions, so we are very happy to be champions. We are hoping that next year we also win this tournament, and I'm telling people who are home that South Africa is a very nice country, and I would love to stay here.
Well, the week has been a thrill to work with, apart from on Friday when we had the repercussions of Thursday's rain, when we really didn't think we would be able to play. It's great testimony to this facility that we were able to move the surface water and we didn't miss a game. But the football has been excellent, the teams have been extremely equal, and what we found is that the Belgians, who finished 11th last year, have now come forward to first place, which shows that in football anything is possible. And what was also of interest is that we had a Russian team who were a big improvement on last year's team, even though it's the same club. Footballers come in cycles, and therefore the PSL clubs must be reassured that soon their time will come and one of the teams will end up taking the Future Champions project. But again, today you saw 3 young players from Gauteng were nominated to go to Spain along with a coach. So all of those are from the project, and I think it's very, very important to understand that the project isn't just this tournament, but it is in fact a whole grassroots program, a Schools Cup, a Gauteng Cup, and this is really the cherry on the top of the whole project.
It was an amazing tournament indeed, and a huge congratulations to Club Brugge on their victory. That's all we have for this edition of Future Champs. See you next time.
Campione, come on for another year. Last year it was the Spanish. This time around, it's the French.